Hi, welcome to Reliance Australia. I'm Brett. A few years ago we made the decision to move out of the suburbs and get some land. And part of that was to just become a little bit more self-reliant, have a bit more control over the water that we drank, the water quality that is, the food that we ate, have a bit of control of our food supply. And also just get back to nature, like living in nature, connecting with nature, and living more in a more connected way. I think when we're in the city we can lose sight of that, we can actually lose track of that. We hop up in our temperature controlled homes, we hop into our temperature controlled cars, we hit a little button and our electric door opens up. So we never really get too much of the outside air, we never get too much of the outside conditions. We can be reasonably insulated for the best part of our day. And what that leads to is a bit of a disconnect between who we are and the way we could and can live. So on our journey of picking a property, of where we wanted to live and where we wanted to move to, there's a few key things that we wanted to look at. One of them was water supply. Also there was concerns about what we were drinking in the water. Local councils do actually need to put in their chemicals into the water to purify it for the masses. They do store water on bulk, so they don't have the luxury that you can have when you're on your own property with fresh rainwater in a tank, and you can filter that through to your whole household. And just the whole idea of bathing in chlorine, which you literally are when you live in the city, just wasn't helping us. So we made the choice to look for something different and take a bit more control over our own destiny and our own lives, our own food supply. I'm not too sure if you're anything like what we were, but we really did feel that we're very reliant on the supermarkets when we're in the city, like to get our own food. Sure, you could have veggie patches in the backyard, but a lot of the yards aren't very big anymore, so to get a really healthy veggie patch and some fruit trees can be quite difficult. So being able to move to the country and grow our own fruit and get some veggies in place has been a big driver for us. But we also wanted to be away from the rat race, just into a smaller community where people are looking out for each other a little bit more. And so to do that, we packed up our van and started travelling around, having holidays in different locations. And at the time I was travelling a fair bit, so I was getting across a fair bit of the state and seeing different areas. And so some key things that we looked for, particularly when we were looking for our property to move into, and for us this is our forever place. So the work that we put into it, the love that we put into it, is for us and for the generations to come. The next one was, we want to be close to the ocean because we are beach people, but we also love that feeling of the salt water. It's very healing, it's very cleansing, and the negative ions that come off the beach are just really good for the body. And also being close to the beach, quite often you don't get those high frosts or heavy frosts. So we still occasionally will get a frost, but it's not that often. And that's one of the things that you will get when you start to move more inland into a rural area. So one of the other things we started looking for too was, are the local population friendly to us? And you'll see some photos there in the video of all the animals. Well, they're not all the animals, but they're some of the animals that are on our property. So we actually are very lucky in Australia that most of the indigenous animals are very friendly and not too dangerous. Also we have snakes and stuff like that, but they'll probably kill you if they get hold of you. But the local animals here are pretty good. You leave them alone and they will leave you alone in most cases, so they're quite good. And we were very fortunate that we found a location, we found some land which was really, really nice. So we've got a few acres now, we are close to the beach. But the property was a holiday house for the previous owners, so it is a few hours away from the city, which is what we were aiming for. And while they maintained around the house, or the house itself and around the house very well, the rest of the property was quite long and overgrown. So it's taken a fair bit of work to pull that together and tidy it up. So we've been here a few years now, and what I realised is that because we are further away from the city, there are less tradies or contractors available. We've had to do some of the work ourselves. Actually, I've had to do a lot of the work myself. And I've relied on other channels on YouTube to learn some of those things, or how to fix things, and that's been highly beneficial to me. But there's also those times when I couldn't find anything. And so what I've decided to do is, with this channel, you can join us on our journey as we progress our property, as we progress our own understanding of working with the land and living with the land, what that has meant for us and how it progresses and how it benefits our family, but also then hopefully inspire you to do something similar. And also, you know, if there's clips here that are beneficial to you when you're pulling things apart and trying to fix them or build something, that's great as well. So it has taken a bit of work, but we are progressing. We've done a lot of changes to the property already over the last few years, and I've taken videos of most of that, so I'll be uploading those, you know, over the next few months as well. So look, I do hope you enjoy it. As I said before, if you do enjoy it, please hit the like button and subscribe. That'd be great for us. It supports the channel. And also share it. You know, if it's something that you're enjoying, share it with your friends as well. So thank you again for joining us here. All the very best. I'm out.